So I decided to do my own thing to hoping this planet remain peaceful for the rest of the time until we can say we could go back to war. So here's a few examples. The Malaysian Empire itself would be fully occupied by two nations. The West connected by the northern states, but Singapore won't be connected because it was occupied by the European Empire, and the west section and the east section will be connected by the European Empire itself, with the capital city of Malaysia also split in two, including Singapore still occupied by the European Empire's rule. The northern states of America will be also given its own thing. If any chances of they declare war on the nation that was still at war with them, they will be fully punished and they will have to not only pay war reparations to European Empire because we are actually that mad because I'm actually that mad because I don't have the chance to have peaceful in my SMP. Second, the northern states will have to stay neutral for one weekend. And finally, third, if any chances of them going to war, they might have to be punished, like I said. Okay. Next, I will officially retreat all of my troops back into British India itself to hoping to let the Chinese to deal with its own thing to let it become as a better nation soon. And I'd like to say about that to keep the planet safe and peaceful, to hoping this world won't have another Marcus and Pete war. The planet, the United Nations will be officially colonized, will be officially formed, to hopefully let the planet remain in peace forever and after. So the nations will be the formers of the European Empire itself, and the members will be the northern states, the Republic of Russia, China, now followed the Malaysian Empire and the Indonesian Empire. So yeah, and even now the puppet state Prussia will be even having this entire even will even be the part of this member. So the planet remain neutral and won't have to have another war. Next, that the two countries on the arena, the countries of New Zealand and Australia, will be both occupied by the northern states and the European Empire until which decides who wants to colonize this territory. And the next, that the northern states have to pay up war reparations to repair all the damages they caused during the invasion of Malaysia, including the European Empire will also have to repair the damages that we have caused during the invasion of Greenland and the battles that we fought in the Canadian islands. And the next one is the northern states will have their own African colony, literally just taking over, literally trying to repeat history itself. So yeah. The Republic of Russia will be also if there's a war going on, they will normally stay neutral, but however, we will let this country to join the Allies and let this country to join the Allies for like a few times until we decide to just let him leave the Allies group. And the fact that Britain, the former Soviet USSR, is like some type of random island that I forgot where it's located. Britain had returned back to the Republic of Russia, but he isn't actually the leader of the USSR now. His girlfriend would take over the job until either Britain tries to overthrow her, or he will just let her do her own thing. The Indonesian Empire will be also getting its treatment. Specifically, this little crappy country that was over here will be fully occupied by the Indonesian Empire. However, that won't be happening since I'm trying to plan that to happen. I was also wanted to have British India to connect with this crappy island, but since I don't actually want tiny islands, I think that the Indonesian Empire will have this country instead. And then finally, this planet will be having its unclaimed this one unclaimed land that no one cares about, Antarctica. So the plan is that we're going to split Antarctica into multiple nations. So this one will be fully controlled by the European Empire itself. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. So the European Empire will be forced to have this colony over here, and then when this country is occupied, the European Empire will have this land over here. The northern states will have all of this chunk of land over here. Just for now, because I don't actually want the northern states to go on a rampage. And plus, I believe there's actually like oil down here. So yeah, I might be involved in this problem. The now dead Malaysian Empire will be occupied over here, but since the Malaysian Empire is dissolved, this chunk of land will be separated into two sections. This will be controlled by the west section of Malaysia, while this over here will be controlled by the east section of Malaysia. The Republic of Russia will be also colonized over here as well, and will be having free service on the sea. The Indonesian Empire will be also having a sea line over here. And finally, the Chinese will have a crap ton of land over here, and so the planet will be able to have its own big nation, have Antarctica. And as for the east section of Antarctica, this land will be just at its own. So yeah, I don't care about this land. I also believe that this doesn't actually have any land or even have oil on this goddamn territory. And finally, the mock SMP is officially public. It's not a public roleplay to roleplay, just simply posting videos. So yeah, that's how you just got them roleplay. Some of the unclaimed land you see is actually available, so you can just colonize your own thing. Simply doing this. Draw your random borders, upgrade your military strength, stay neutral just like I asked, and finally, want war? Then fuck it, go have it. And finally, the Kowloon Republic will be officially established its own colony or a country, I don't fucking know, in the country in the Middle East known as Yemen. I'll be also supporting this little tiny nation and simply just giving up crap ton of stuff like good stuff. Goddamn atomic bomb. For as exchange, they had to pay me up. Actually, my favorite thing, oil, my favorite. So yeah, that's just basically it. So the Kowloon Republic will have its own nation in the Middle East, and so yeah, I hope the mock SMP remain a peaceful nation, if all the countries are getting along. Right, lads?